Hi guys, I just wanted to come to you this morning and do a quick video for your math lesson. This is 5th grade math for today. And this would be pages, let's see, 221 through 222. And there are two methods that are taught here in this lesson. Dividing a whole number by a fraction. There's a common denominator method, then there is the inversion method. The common denominator method, if that is something that you guys want to do, I will be more than happy to make a video of that for you and help you with that. I know that the Abeka videos are available as well, but this is just something that is a new lesson, it's a new concept, it's something that I wanted to cover with you guys. And if you guys find that something, I'll send out an email and ask parents if you think that like a video conference situation where you can ask questions or things like that would be helpful. Something that parents, if you're listening to this video, something that if that's something you're interested in, let me know. But for now, video, and this is the inversion method. This is the second method that it talks about on page 221, and this is the method that I find is generally the easiest for most students to do. And I'll try to keep this lesson short because I know that you guys have a lot to get done. So the inversion method. A shortcut method to finding a common denominator is to invert the divisor and multiply. Invert means to reverse the numerator and the denominator. So you're flipping it over is really what you're doing. And I'm going to do a couple examples of the work that you'll find on page 222 in section, it's actually section 3. I wrote section 2 up here, but it's actually section 3. And I just saw that. But it's section 3. So page 222, section 3 in your book. And I'm writing in pen this morning so that you can actually see what I'm writing because it's very difficult in pencil. But here's letter A. This is what we'll be starting with. And I've looked into a whiteboard and a stand, but that's not as easy to come by right now as I had hoped it would be. So for now, we're on notebook paper. So 7 divided by 1/2. We already know that when we multiply by whole number, we put a 1 under the whole number, and then we cross cancel and we multiply. Really, we're doing something very similar right now, but we're adding another step in. And I'm going to take this very slowly to make sure that you guys understand the process. And again, you guys can call me if it's something you're not quite understanding. But I think after you do a few of these following the same method, it'll begin to click. It'll make sense. Okay, so the 7, we're going to put a 1 under the 7, making it 7 over 1. Change your division symbol to a multiplication symbol. You are still dividing, but this is a way to solve it that will make it easier for you. So we're going to change the division symbol to a multiplication symbol and flip over that second fraction. We had 1/2, so now I'm going to make it 2 over 1. So 2 over 1. 2 over 1. So now this is where I'm at. Put a 1 under the 7, change the division to multiplication, and I flipped this fraction over. So I inverted it. That's what that means. You flip it over. Okay, so you reverse those numbers. Now, I am going to see if I can cross cancel. Well, can I cross cancel there? No, I can't. I cannot cross cancel, so I'm just going to multiply across. Okay, so 7 times 2 would give me 14. And 1 times 1 would give me 1. It's an improper fraction, so I divide the denominator into the numerator, so the bottom into the top. 1 goes into 14 times. So my answer is the whole number 14. Okay. Yes, I know this is division, but you're dealing with a fraction here, so you're going to come up with something a little different than what you would expect. So 14, and I know that's not easy, and I know the way this looks, it's not easy, but 14 is going to be your answer there. Okay, I'm going to do the next one for you, or with you. 4 divided by 1/4. Okay, same thing I'm going to do here. Put the 4 over a 1, change the division to multiplication, and flip that second fraction. So now it'll be 4 over 1. Let me show you what I did. Okay, again, put the whole number over a 1, change the division to multiplication, and flipped that second fraction over. I inverted it. I flipped it over. Okay, now I can't cross cancel, so I'm just going to multiply across. 4 times 4 gives me 16. 1 times 1 gives me 1. 1 is an improper fraction. This is where I'm at right now. It's an improper fraction because I multiplied across. The 1 goes into 16 times. Okay, so 16 times. My answer is 16. Okay, I want to do one that is going to require us to cross cancel in there. So let's go to letter E. So I'm skipping over to letter E. Give myself some space here. But letter E is 12 divided by 4/5. 12 divided by 4/5. Now I'm starting off with exactly what's written in your book. And again, I'm going to put 12 over 1, the whole number. When you're dealing with fractions, whether you're multiplying or dividing fractions, you always, if you're multiplying or dividing by a whole number, you put a 1 under the whole number. Change my division symbol to multiplication. Flip that second fraction. So it'll be 5/4 now. Here's what I have. I know this is not simple in the beginning. Some of you, it'll be like, oh, it makes perfect sense. It's just another method, a way to work this out. But for some of you, it's going to take you going step by step, exactly the way I've shown you, and then eventually it'll start to make sense. So let's go to the next thing. Now I can cross cancel. As a matter of fact, I want to show you that. I can cross cancel between the 12 and the 4. Okay, 12 can be divided by 4 and 4 can be divided by 4. So cross those off. 4 goes into 12 3 times. 4 goes into 4 1 time. Okay. Same thing we've learned. All right, and that's not easy to see. Okay. So now we can multiply across because the 5 and the 1 can't cancel there. There's no, we would still wind up with 5 and a 1, so it's not going to do us any good. So 3 times 5 gives us 15. 1 times 1 gives us 1. 1 would go into the 15 times, so our final answer is going to be 15, and I'll show you what I did. Okay, I multiplied across. 3 times 5 gave me 15. 1 times 1 gave me 1. 1 goes into 15 times. Okay? All right, I will tell you, just as a help on this, for section 2, matter of fact, if the inversion method is easier for you than the common denominator method, section 2 can be done with the inversion method, as long as you understand how to do it. And this is on page 222 that I'm talking about. So section 2, again, can be done with the inversion method. Some of you may find the common denominator method easier. That's totally fine. Section 3, it asks you to use the inversion method. It's the most common method. And then all of the answers will be whole numbers except letter L. But letter L is a green problem. I'm not asking you to do the green problems. So everything that you're responsible for doing today, you'll wind up with whole numbers. If you get a fraction somewhere, you know that something went wrong. And again, I'm definitely available. If you need me, give me a call. The section for review, it's all basic review. But again, if you need any help, please let me know. I hope this video helped a little bit this morning, and I will talk to you guys again soon. Bye.